and we're back in the world of Irathil with your DM Martin.
So
All
are
right,
you back
fire
at
it
your
up.
hotel? All right.
I'm back.
All right, Kyle. Hold on. Shit.
What?
Kyle, what did we do last time?
Oh shit! I recapped so we successfully beat up the people that attacked us, barely, and then we found out that they weren't going to kill us. At least that's what they told us, and we generally believe. So, I mocked taking them to jail to get out of what we thought was a tricky situation, but in the end, the guard that stepped in also appears to have been allied with them, and they were never in any danger of going to jail or anything. And then we ventured across town to a meeting spot that was organized, and now we're talking with I can't remember his name. Kezora in secret underground sewer area for poor people in this city.
That is what it is.
That is generally unknown about to the more wealthy folk of the city, about a potential rebellion-esque revolution that we might join. And that, I think that about sums it up, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Last I remember, you guys were going to ask questions. I don't know what question you were going to ask, but...
I forget, bro. It's been a weird week. But I will do my utmost.
Yes. You have questions for Kezora. Perhaps about Underground City, maybe what Kezora does here, or why we hate rich people.
No, you don't have to explain to me why you hate rich people. I grok that. So yeah, tell me about your revolution and what are you preparing to do right now, if you don't mind my asking, said the person who you almost killed a couple minutes, earlier today.
No hard feelings.
Okay,
about,
you can...
that.
Yeah, sure, great. Continue answering my question.
Okay, so, as you know, very shitty prices upstairs, right?
Oh yes, we understand that. Isn't that right, my furry?
Nature says something like, yeah, fuck those prices.
I know, right?
Because he's not here right now. Is he back? Kind of. But it is not just the prices. For a while now, Kezora has had intuition, how you say, about strange happenings with the leaders of Crystalhollow. Again, perhaps not what they seem to be. Kezora has been trying to get in contact with the Dragonborn. What is it? The representative. But they do not like to converse with Tabaxi.
Word. I fucking wonder why. Anyway, so but that is interesting. And Warkar ponders this for a second.
Looks like you have 3 tokens. For some reason. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, no, I don't. I can't put my token on the field.
Forward. What?
Yeah,
Your token's on the field.
I don't see it.
You have 4 tokens now.
Interesting.
I don't see his tokens either.
I see his tokens.
I also do not see his tokens. I see a tabaxi, I see a weeaboo, and I see myself.
A weeaboo, huh?
So let me see if I can rectify that situation.
Click on my sheet, click edit, and see if
Yep,
my...
sure does. Sure is representing nature.
No, click on my actual character sheet on the journal, not the token
Sure
itself.
is.
And if there is something there for this token represents or whatever, delete it and then pull me out a new token, and
Are we good? Do you see it?
I still don't see it now.
Let's see.
So I'll add more.
More token.
No?
Nothing, no.
Do you see this copy of Warcar?
I do. I can go tokenless.
Just like make a circle or something and use that for your token.
If you want to real quick log out of the game, make me DM, I'll fix it, and then join as a player.
That I'm not logging in. Roll 20.
Well,
Takes at least 15 seconds.
I
to
mean,
do
exit
literally
the game.
anything.
But we
Oh,
don't
fam.
have to.
We're doing this from in-game.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll represent the ghosts.
Alright. Anyway, where were we?
So, um, so as I understand it, as I'm chewing this imaginary bagel that I've recently warmed up in my mind. So, there is a the upper crust in this area. Not only do they price everyone out of decent living arrangements and a good food, I presume, and all that good stuff, but they are also engaging potentially in even worse activity. Yes, I think I can get behind whatever you're doing here, assuming we either collect some proof or are witness to. Well, I don't need proof for all the, the high prices. Like, I'm we have been subject to that already, but something more akin to the a potential cult-like nature. I don't know. So, point is, yes, we're in this. We are interested. You have our attention and interest.
Can you promise that if we do help you, that the prices of honey will become reasonable?
Actually,
The real question.
if you just simply buy from our stores, We have a much cheaper honey.
You have honey here?
Yes.
Well, count
How
me
do you
in.
think? Of course.
Our friend here, he enjoys the taste of honey a wee bit.
A lot
I know
bit,
it's hard to
actually.
tell.
A lot.
You would not think to look at him.
Kezora,
Yes.
do you know anything about pirates?
Pirates.
Yes, I understand that um, Crystalhollow is a little landlocked, but have you ever been to the open sea?
Not in quite a while.
But you have been.
Once.
Have you ever met a gentleman named Captain Shelley Johnson?
I've heard of him, but not. I can't say I've had the pleasure of acquaintance.
What exactly have you heard?
Of course, that he is ruthless and stop at nothing to see his own, say, wants and needs through.
Interesting. Well, thank you. Do you happen to know of anyone else in your, living quarters here that would have information on these pirates?
Why, if Kezori may ask, he's they're so interested in pirates.
Yes, why is
I,
there so interesting?
Warcar, you were there when I was with this pirate captain, and he
Sure
had
was.
told me
You
he
were
had told me
actually
some.
with?
Yes, I was with him.
Interesting.
Very much so. But I did not agree with his methods, so I left.
That is fair.
But he had some information that I would like, but as of right now, because I left him, I will not be able to achieve it on my own.
Oh. Perhaps you'll need to wait a little bit before you're able to find the information. Perhaps it might come to you. Kezora does not know. Kezora does not know what information you are looking for.
And that is okay. But thank you for your insight. Anyway, that honey you were talking about.
Yes. Kezora supposes you want honey now.
I would like to sample it, and then I will buy it.
Right. Let's see. Can Kezora remember where honey is? He starts walking. He doesn't. Seems like really tentative about where he's walking.
Do I see anything on the ground?
Other than like various puddles. No. Unless you want to roll a perception check.
I only roll when I'm asked to.
Roll a perception check. You see some fucking puddles.
Okay.
Come along now. So I was just trying to remember where exactly honey is. And as he's walking away from you, you see a bunch of the noise of the children picks up again as you get away from that area where he would shoot everyone off from. The kids are now like going zoom zoom, playing tag or whatever the hell children do. The shopkeepers that he had shooed away earlier also make their way into back to their stalls. There. Side of this hovel, this little hole in the wall, you see Truth. Just, playing with some children, telling stories.
She probably hates me.
Oh, right, because the thing. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. My currently very hirsute friend.
Yes.
He has a beard.
That is
I
correct.
hear someone eating honey.
Oh, this is my personal stash. Sorry.
He actually just has an assload of honey.
I hope you don't mean literally.
I mean, eventually.
I actually don't know where he's keeping all of his honey, to be completely honest.
It doesn't matter.
I have
it's
a
all part of
backpack.
Yeah, but that's a lot of honey. Is that like a really big backpack?
I would think so.
Or a bear? So, inevitably, Kezora leads you to this closed off section. And behind it, you see Kezora like already standing behind a counter. And he has managed to change his clothes into more of a shopkeeper's attire. He's like this kind of an apron on, what passes for a name badge in this part of town. It's not a name badge. He literally just has like a rock somehow affixed to the front of his shirt. Yes, you wanted honey, correct?
Yes,
Regular
please.
storekeep is not in here for some reason, but they're all fine with me doing their sales. They know I am good for it.
Very good. How much?
It
I
is
just want to refill my pot of honey. I've got about half of a pot left.
Just about half of a pot, eh? Let's see.
He's got a very big pot, though.
Something easy joke. But also, yes, he does have a lot. There's something else I wanted to say. What was it? And then Warcar stands there thinking to himself for a second.
Well, if you want to just refill the pot of honey, it would be about 4 silver to refill from halfway.
Okay, here you go. And I'll hand him 4 silver and hold out my pot of honey.
Were you not going to try the wares?
No, I will try them in my own pot. I have changed my mind to entrust you.
Alright. He takes your pot and he has this ladle that he's scooping out from a large sort of a vat of honey.
You might just want to give him the whole vat.
Just like filling it up. It takes a few seconds and he tops it up to full. You know how when you have a glass and you fill it all the way up with water and the surface tension of the water is just enough to keep it from actually overflowing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's about where we're at right now.
Okay.
And he very carefully hands it back to you.
As he does, I take a little taste.
Alright. It's not the best. It's not quite as good as the honey you've gotten from the honey hut, but it's not bad. Like, it's pretty good. It's just not as high quality or refined as the honey hut honey.
Serviceable.
Occasionally there is like a little crystal of honey where it has crystallized from sitting still too long.
Are you laughing at that too?
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah, I had to reconnect because my internet is bad here. That's why I really wanted to move in, but whatever.
Oh. Is it to your liking?
Yes, this will do. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You're right back.
And he like quickly doffs the apron and the rock that he's using as a name badge.
You can always keep going
Back out
with
to
shit like that.
join you. Is there anything else in particular you wanted to know?
Well, what is the biggest goal that you guys have, and how do you plan to make it happen? Is there a certain person in society you want to overthrow, or is there someone you're trying to put into a position of power to make changes happen?
Very recently, there is this blue dragonborn that came into town, and we think he might have been part of the dragonborn representatives.
Okay, so I'm
Not
going
you,
to.
not you, not
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Someone else.
Just stupid making sure. Because Warcar represents Warcar.
This dragonborn is not really much for. Does not seem very godly. For example.
Okay.
He's a special one.
Word. Wait, who are we talking? You were talking about the other guy.
Yes, the.
Good.
So Kezor previously told you about 5 minutes ago when you asked this, when we were talking about it.
Yeah. Bad people, kill, fine, whatever. I mean, maybe not kill, but maim a little bit. But I got that.
Also, Dragonborn have representatives in Crystalhollow, but they come and go. Typically, they decide whether or not they actually want to stay and do any of the representing, or perhaps, any sort of actual work with the politics. And Kezor understands why they might not want to leave, but since they do leave so often, Kezor would like to talk to them instead of, say, the human representatives, or the elfin representatives, or the gnomish, the dwarvish.
Cool.
But they're quite slippery.
So, you need help finding this person, and then bring him back here for questioning, or is he... I don't think I follow exactly what you need him for.
We know what they look like, but we are not able to catch him.
Now,
This
why
might-
exactly are we catching him?
Not stay still, we just want to ask questions. Perhaps not so aggressively, but we believe that they may have information more on the inner workings of Crystalhollow as far as the politics go, and perhaps even be able to shed some light on some other issues that Kezora has been pondering.
Oh, okay. So he has information that you would like.
Yes, quite.
Do you have a name for this fellow, or we just know that he is a blue dragonborn and doesn't really follow any gods?
Kezora doesn't have a name for Blue Dragonborn. It would probably be much easier to find this person if Kezora could ask questions like that, but Kezora does not know the name of any Dragonborn other than Well, not many Dragonborn at all.
Well, we got Warcar.
Ah, yes, Waka.
Hey.
But that is almost the extent of knowledge of earliest Dragonborn.
Okay.
I mean, once you know Warcar, you know all Dragonborn. They're all like him, right, Warcar?
I've known you for less than a day.
Well, what's that supposed to? You don't think we're friends?
Oh my god.
Not with comments like that, buddy.
How long have you two known each other?
What did I just say?
Long time. We're good friends.
Hey, if I mute, did I push the wrong button on life?
Walker, I didn't know that you knew him for that long. I thought we had just met him. Why didn't you tell
Oh,
me
God.
this?
Nature, please. This. Nature. Oh, God, never change. You're the best. Anyway.
I think he's still drunk.
He must be, because I would think that he would remember an old friend.
I know, right?
Warcar puts his head in both of his hands because this has been the longest goddamn.
We just keep making his days longer and longer. Keep it up,
Yeah.
he'll live forever.
Okay, so other Dragonborn who is Nazi, who is also blue, who is an asshole. Got it. Evil Warcar on the loose. We will fuck him up, or at least learn about him. One of those. I usually have one mode, but I will shift gears in this respect. Well, anyway, I understand that. You have no information. Cool. What is the rest? If any.
Right, anyway, where were we before that?
We
Interesting
were just
conversation.
we were just asking questions about that gentleman. We got really no answers except for no idea who this
Perhaps-
man is. We just need him.
Perhaps you might want to try more towards the center of town, where that sort of people would go.
Well,
Maybe.
yes, but I mean, we don't really have any defining details, and I would hate to just grab a Dragonborn that's blue and say, "Hey, we got to talk to you," and he'd be some common dude. You know what I mean?
This is true. Mhm.
Especially because we're not known around here, and I more than less don't want to go to jail. I've heard terrible things.
Have you?
Yes,
Jail ain't so bad.
but they don't have honey. That's terrible.
They have soap.
Well, that's fine. Soap's good for you, I guess, if you like that kind of thing.
What's the matter, Warcar?
Okay, so how do we go from honey to soap? Because
We're talking about the joys of prison, friend.
Yes, okay, so yes, soap, prison, I get that one. But this, so we go from not having honey to, okay, so like, how is the lack of honey and the presence of soap comparable? These things, I cannot marry these things in my head. I cannot join these 2 points. The male and female end, they do not connect. There's like 2 male ends. It's like Jurassic Park. Never mind.
I believe
no.
it has something to do with the smell of the soap. It smells like honey, but it does not taste like honey. I have tried it. Not
You know what? I'm going to stay quiet for a while. Just let this happen. We'll continue.
Just like in prison.
Oh my god.
He got you. He got you there.
That was. I have, against everything that I am, I have to admit that was a good follow-up. Well fucking timed, well fucking said. And let's never fucking speak of it again. Next thing.
Okay, Zora, I have one final question. Do you know about the dryads that live outside of town.
Kezora sort of has this like blank look on his face while he was thinking, and then you speak up. He's like, dryads,
Thinking about prison.
green people, leafies.
Yes, I don't know if they like to be called
Green
green or if they like to be called leafies. But do you know exactly how to get to them?
Yes, you just simply go north of the town and then hang a left,
Oh,
and then keep walking straight until one of those people pull you aside until you're trespassing, and then you wind up back in the tavern.
oh, they teleport you back.
Okay.
In a manner of speaking, yes, teleporting. Right.
Oh boy. Okay. In the sort of way that I in the sort of way that I phased through existence earlier today, I think that's what he means. Either that or they mean a savage beating. One.
Well, gentlemen, what do you think we should do at this point? I don't know how exactly we'll be able to find a blue dragonborn in this town, unless,
Just keep an
another
eye
one.
out for him, please.
Oh,
And it is a him. That's much we know.
Oh, there's a blue dragonborn right there.
Oh, is it a him?
I don't know. Warcart, do you have a penis?
actually,
That is the
that's a very
last
good
fucking
question.
time. That is the absolute last time you get to fucking ask me that question for the entire rest of your small existence. And yes,
Okay.
I mean, I don't really know dragonborn anatomy. I'm not a biology
and you
major,
never
so
will at this rate.
I'd honestly prefer that.
Fucking everyone. Okay, so anyway, I obviously should not have said anything. I was right to stay quiet earlier. Continue with this ridiculousness. I will just go. Cat person, do you have more?
While they're discussing the Dragonborn anatomy, I'm going to go and play with Truth and the children.
That
Okay.
sounds lewd.
No. No, it doesn't. No,
Alright.
it doesn't.
you go to play with Truth and the children, and the children that were playing with Truth, they see you and they immediately climb all up on you, and they're like patting your hair and doing child stuff that they would do if they saw a bear for like probably the first time ever in their measly little lives.
All right. As they're doing that, I tell them all to hold on as I use Frostbite to cover the ground with some ice, and then I proceed to, much like a slip and slide, go on it belly first from the room that Truth is in to as far as I can go in a straight line. Whee!
Okay. We'll get back to that in about 20 seconds
Yes.
of
Oh,
game
God.
time. So in the meantime, roll an athletics check in private, if you would. Excellent. So anyway, you're asking what for more information?
Well, you told us to keep an eye out for a blue fellow.
That is
But
correct.
That's all the information we have on him. He's blue, he's
That
male.
is all the information.
So, I mean, all I
Kezora
can
has.
promise with that is we'll
Just-
keep an eye out.
That is fair. If Kezora finds anything more out, like don't know a name or other defining characteristics, Kezora will tell you. Somehow, if Kezora sees you again.
Of course. So, I mean, why do we
It is
keep
at
an
this
eye out?
point you hear the happy screams of children, and then a resounding thud.
Oh, boy. Did the ground just shake for any of you?
It was
No.
me! I yell from the other room.
Are all the kids still alive in there?
Okay.
One, two,
I'm sure everything is.
yes. Everything's fine.
Kizora walks out the hallways like he sees nature sort of like upside down, feet above his head, sort of thing, leaning up against the wall almost at the corner. It's like that is a good one. And he goes back.
Well, Warkar. I mean,
Warkar
all we
did-
can do is keep an eye out. But
Fine.
what do we have any other business to attend to while we keep an eye out for it?
If that is all
Yeah,
the
real-
information that's you want to ask, then Kizora does have other things to do.
I have one final question, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
What the actual fuck was in that beer?
That is a specialty brew of Black District. Kizora is not sure what is in the beer, but it is very, very strong. Nothing
yes,
poisonous, though, if that is what you are thinking.
Okay, so I was not, in fact. It was only exceptionally strong. It was not, in fact, laced with it.
No. It's just. It is less beer and more liquor,
Okay, fine, whatever.
but much
I
better
will-
tasting than, say, whiskey.
Yes, after all this is over and we fix whatever's happening or whatever happens, I will sample more of that and I will develop a tolerance so as to appease my god because I have failed him in a way that I never thought possible.
You
And with that, no. Getting drunk was not the problem. Warkar has gotten drunk. Warkar has not gotten drunk off of a single cup. No, Warkar has not gotten absolutely hammered, absolutely smashed off a single mug of beer. That is what's bothering him. And he needs to step up to the challenge that is life and partying. Because that's Warkar Flukerflam.
The concept that you've been conquered by a single cup of ale drives you insane.
No, it drives him to challenge! Because that's life, man. That's adherence to your god.
Roll
You
perception.
gotta absorb- Like everybody? Shit, one second.
No, just you two.
Sorry, my computer's a little slow. Give me a second.
Okay. About toward the end of this, you notice that Kizora is like already a few dozen feet down the hall, and he's already leaving.
Well,
In the
Warkar,
middle of your conversation,
if you want to get work from
he's like
Kizora,
laughing
you
on
better...
the way.
I
Oh,
start
I
walking
see.
away as the small one is talking.
Wow! Rudest...
That's the exit.
Where's Nature? He's up by...
Just a little
Nature
ways
is
north.
right. Last time we left our friend, he was right here.
Oh, collided with
exact
the
spot.
wall.
Now, if
Okay.
Nature wanted to actually get up during the talk that you guys were having,
Is he still just upside down?
I don't know.
Well,
We
I
haven't
don't
had-
want to interrupt you guys, but no, I would continue to just keep getting up, even if I keep falling
Okay.
and retrying.
All right. So, roll another couple of athletics checks in private, please. Oh my god.
How many kids have just died?
All right. So, you walk up in some fashion. I don't know. In here, and as you're getting up into the hallway, you see Nichiro with a bunch of kids strapped to his back, and he manages to make it past the. This time, he manages to make it past the corner. While he's doing this, he goes from here to here, or past where you can see, and then he's like sliding on some ice, as I'm sure you remember from his description. He's like throwing down some frostbite onto the ground while these kids are screaming and basically trying to do his best impression of Frozone. But so he's coming back and coming back to the other direction, trying to come back in line. He's coming back here, and he doesn't quite get the angle correct. He doesn't want to like hit the wall or skid. So, but what ends up happening is he just goes straight into this corner. And a very similar thing happens. He sort of like flips over, and incredibly, he keeps more of his momentum than the kids do, and he's able to, and at the very least, he's able to cushion the kids' impact into the wall with his very soft, plush bear body, I guess. And they're all laughing. They're having the greatest time. And Truth's just over here watching. One arm over holding her helmet.
All right, kids, one more time, okay? 1, 2,
One more athletics check.
3.
What is these rolls? What are these rolls, Brady?
I don't know.
The DC is not that high.
I know.
You see him give another go, but this time what happens is he tries to overcorrect too far to go to the right to avoid the corner. So he actually ends up bouncing into the wall over here and then into the corner anyway. But he's not upside down, he's just like sort of, it wasn't as much of a slide as he wanted.
Okay, so while this is happening, I turn to the the tiefling to say, okay, so how are you?
How am I doing? I'm doing fine. Just entertaining the kids.
Cool. Alright, so, I forget, does her being here mean that she's, like, in on this sort of thing? I forget. It
yeah,
does, right?
What we were told, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. You are part of this semi sort of not really, but totally really revolution thing against the 1%.
We don't. Yes. Let's keep it on the. Try not to talk about it too much.
Cool. I know I project.
Down here is fine, but upstairs, I am Truth, White Dragon Knight, and you are newcomer to Crystalhollow.
I'm a
You are
Rambo
green.
out of the forest, I guess.
You're green.
Wait. Oh yes, okay, now I remember. Okay. It's your terminology. It is quite it's fun. I get it. Anyway,
Yes.
so
Anyway, I have actual tasks to do before I am able to go back up.
okay.
So if you'll excuse me.
All right, bye.
And Bear, thank you for entertaining the children. And she scurries off.
He is great at that.
As she scurries off, I look to Warkar and say, what she doesn't know is they were entertaining me.
Yes. How are you doing there, my friend? And is he on the ground?
Oh, he's standing up. The children have scattered
Okay.
at this point to go find greener pastures, so to speak, for playing.
Okay. Well, if we have all composed ourselves, we can continue with, I guess, a dryad hunt. I think it's the next thing we're doing, considering we don't know anything about this other dude. So I guess we're just gonna leave.
We could do that. We could also check in with Kizora. He said he had some tasks he needed doing.
Well, he said he had things he had to do. He didn't offer us
Yeah,
any work, did he?
Yeah. He walked the fuck away. What accent was that?
In all honesty, I don't think that we are 100% on their team just yet because I don't think that they absolutely trust us. They trust us enough, obviously, to bring us down here, but I mean, even if we were to go to the gods and be like, hey, there's a whole underground society plotting to overrule you, they would be like, when did you get in town? Yesterday. Well, we don't believe you, so fuck off. You know?
That's very
Yes.
insightful, Nietzsche.
There's this thing.
Regardless,
Well,
I would be fine with going to find the Dryads and see what their issue was. Apparently there are undead up there. Maybe we can find Aslan.
yeah.
Or even Xandrinth. Maybe his lair or something. Obviously, I don't think that we could do anything about it if we did find it, but we would know its location.
Sure. That's fine.
We could do
Let's,
that. We also have another lead with a building that
Oh, yes.
I thought was empty, but turns out it's not. We could check that out.
Should we do that before we leave town?
Sure.
I'll leave that up to
Whatever.
you two.
Yeah,
Also-
I'm squarely in the sure category.
What time is it currently?
Let's see. What time did you guys agree on? Like 4 or 5 or something?
It was 4.
Okay, I'll say it's been like an hour of fucking about, talking,
Actually,
something like that.
we should probably go visit the Dryads when we can all see. Because I know Warcaw has trouble when it's nighttime. No worries, though.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Johan,
Aye.
are you able to see in the dark when you transform?
Ah. Not pitch black.
Okay, but if there's a light source you can see.
Aye.
Very good to know. Very good to know. Yes, I think we should avoid the outskirts of town as of right now when it is dark outside. You two would be at a significant disadvantage. Not to mention, I do not have as much power until I have fully rested after our little encounter earlier. So,
Fair enough.
can you lead us to that strange house, Johan?
You want to go to the strange house or do you want to go to the safe house?
The strange one. Let's go investigate it.
Aye. Okay, I guess I'm gonna lead him back out the way we came.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to walk around and look for other ways out, but I doubt there is.
I'm
So-
good with just following the way
Okay.
we went.
Yep, back the way we came. Up out of the sewer.
Yep. So you're pretty successful in navigating the sewer. A lot of the kids are getting tired, going to bed. The vendors that you had passed previously are covering up their wares, locking up for the night. You notice there aren't locking up in a figurative sense. They don't actually have locks to put on anything. Seems pretty honor code-ish down here.
Impressive how well they tell time, considering there's no visible sun down here.
Anyway, you make it back up into the rich part of Crystalhollow.
The huge map.
The huge map, yeah. So,
Alright, so I'm pretty sure I remember where this house is, so I'm just gonna lead him back that way, because I remember where the house was originally that I thought was empty, but it was not.
all right. How do you want to go about? How do you want to go about opening this door?
So I mean, before I do anything, I'm going to explain what happened the last time I went. So last time I went in here, thinking it was empty. I'm not sure it's magic, but it's very dark in there. I tried to create lights, didn't work. So be very careful. And there's something a little, how you say, gropey in there as well.
Interesting.
So we need to be very careful.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Before we go, I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. So I'm going to sit outside and start casting. Make sure no one disturbs me for about 10 minutes, please.
Gotcha.
I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Please, no, he's okay. Never mind.
All right. Warcar, roll a perception check. Because someone didn't go to the bathroom, apparently.
We didn't get crapped out again, so repeat everything you were about to say.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. That's not as good as I'd like, but okay.
It's fine, I guess. Anyway, in the coming darkness overcoming Crystalhollow, as the evening starts to set, giving a little bit of like a twilight feel. You feel?
Yes.
You do notice that there is one person that is walking sort of down that alleyway toward where you guys are. They're sort of like hobbling. Not necessarily like they're hurt. You've seen this sort of effect before, Warcar.
Okay.
They're drunk as fuck.
Okay. So a drunk dude is walking down the alley that we're in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I notice that a drunk guy is there, but like anything else I don't see. I don't notice anything.
As far as you can tell, there's nobody else actually around to see you guys, except for this drunk guy that somehow managed to find his way to exactly where you guys are.
Okay, I ask God, I forget your character's name, bro.
Johan or Nietzsche?
Johan, yes. No, I remember Nietzsche. Johan, okay, so I ask Johan, okay. Johan, where's the closest bar? Do you...
Do I know? I mean, I think I know.
You would remember that the closest bar is around this corner over here.
So pretty close. So
toward like the south, I guess. No, not south, like southeast.
You sure you want to be going drinking right now with our friend Nietzsche preparing to...
No, that is not what I'm saying. So, also, is this guy who's walking down coming from the south?
He's coming from the direction where the bar would be.
Okay. So, like, there's nothing... So, I noticed that he's there, but, like, there's nothing special about them.
No, they just...
So, the only reason I would...
They just have a mug of ale walking around.
The only reason I would react to him is because I know that the Dungeon Master pointed it out. So I guess Warcar has to ignore him, even though in Tep's heart of hearts he thinks it's something.
Well, generally, the Dungeon Master says something doesn't mean it's bad. I give you guys information that is red herring all the time, just because it adds flavor and adds life to the general setting of what you're doing.
Okay. Well, anyway, in universe, definitely, Warcar would not see that as particularly weird. They would just keep looking, just keep guarding nature.
As you're watching, I'm not. By the way, I'm revealing something because you would be able to see it, not necessarily because it's important. As you're watching this guy walk around, he as he gets to this corner where Nietzsche and Johann are standing right now, doing some detect magic shenanigans. He hangs right. Now walking even more directly toward Johann and Nietzsche.
Okay.
I'm gonna well, how close is he? How many feet?
It's like, I don't know. We'll say like 50 feet off.
I'm going to stand about 10 feet from Nietzsche, but I'm going to be like in between him and Mr. Drunky.
Okay. He keeps walking towards you.
Like, is he looking at us? Like,
He's
purpose,
fucking
or
swaying back and forth, and his eyes are like sort of glazed, and he has like a mug in his hand.
Okay, buddy.
He's singing a very bad rendition of some song.
What are his clothes like? Does he look rich? Does he look poor?
He looks as rich as people usually look in this section of town. So, pretty rich.
Hey, Owarkar, you want a guinea pig to go in the building for us?
No, I don't play that way. What I will do is tell this guy to turn quickly around. Excuse me, exceedingly drunk person. I know your pain, and by pain I mean deal, and by deal I mean fun. My point is, this is not their fun house. This is ostensibly an unfun house. So I would suggest you turn around and stop coming close to us. The super fairest of warnings, my dude.
As you say that, he's and then he turns around, and he turns around a little bit too quickly. So he's trying to spin on the back of his like right heel or something, and you know how when you spin a top and it's like losing the rest of its momentum and starting to wobble, and then it falls.
Yes.
He essentially does that, but without like previous wobbling. He just like sort of tries to turn around too fast and just falls over backwards. What?
Okay. Good
What
enough.
was that?
It was just stay right there. Okay. That's cool, buddy. Just stay over there. I get it. We've all been there. Me more recently than I expected. Okay. You have yourself a good cry. That's cool. Oh, you're going to sleep? Okay. 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 Good night, sweetie. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, bye.
That sounded like a phone conversation.
It really sounded like a phone call. Anyway, you got this drunk guy asleep, and he looks fairly well to do. He's a he's a what you can tell is a human, significantly taller than Johann, significantly shorter than Nietzsche. Like I'd say about 5 feet, 5.5, something like that. He's just sleeping. His mug is spilled all over the ground.
Oh, Warkar, he wasted alcohol.
Yeah, okay. It's specifically I am of parties, not of alcohol. I am okay. We're not having this conversation. We have stuff to do. We have to guard our 7-foot-tall bear friend from things that are dangerous.
Aye, he seems to be meditating quite well.
Over the next couple of minutes, while Nietzsche finishes up his spell, you guys don't really see anything of import. Nobody else drunkenly walks down the alleyway towards you guys. There are a couple of people like pass by, but no one turns right to intrude on your privacy, we'll say. Let's see. You said detect magic.
Correct.
Yeah, you sure do detect some magic.
Excellent.
Taking the shit out of that magic.
What type of magic is it? Illusion?
You sense a faint bit of conjuration magic coming from the door.
Gentlemen, there's conjuration magic at work.
Yeah, on the door.
Okay.
Interesting.
Follow my lead, will you? Oh, and if things get really hairy, run.
Uh,
Things are always pretty hairy with you, nature.
Why,
not with
thank
me,
you.
though.
I heard that my father was balding at one point. Also kidding, he doesn't say that.
I don't believe that for an instant.
Alright, so I want to go up and I want to knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. It's a nice, good, solid door. Made out of like some really, really nice, hard brown wood. It's very fancy. No one answers.
Mahogany.
Can
Mahogany.
I open the door? Is it locked or trapped in any way?
You give the door a little, the doorknob a little jiggle, and it doesn't feel locked. Go ahead and make a investigation check, just if you want to see if it's trapped.
I do. Investigation. My best. Wow.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, you look over it a bit. You try to like inspect each nook and cranny. And doesn't look anything out of the ordinary as far as you can tell.
Okay.
With
so-
your experience.
Now, are you
doors.
detecting things from the door itself or from beyond the door?
So far, just the door itself. Once we open the door, I'll be able to see what's inside. Maybe. I will go ahead and open up the door, but I'll stand on the doorstep and look in as I open it. So I'll open it. Does it open inward or outward?
It opens outward.
Okay. I'll open it and bring the door closer to me and then just look beyond.
Yeah, you open it, you see nothing. Well, suffice it to say, you see something, but it's not very informational. You see sort of like blackness.
Like just straight up darkness.
Yup.
Very strange. If I want to put my right paw beyond the threshold of the door, do I see it disappear?
Yes. When you
Oh.
put your right paw in, there's just, there's sort of like blackness enveloping it.
Interesting.
You see a very, very slight ripple.
Can I tell that this is the source of the conjuration magic?
What?
This darkness.
Like,
is it giving
Yeah,
off
that-
a magical presence?
where you put in your hand, and that like sort of area in front of you where the door was before you opened it, that would be the source of the conjuration magic.
Okay.
Not really sure what's going on here, but that's where it is.
Okay. Look, this is a spell. I'm not sure that I've ever encountered
Really?
this spell before myself, but it seems to make everything dark. I can't even see through it.
Very observational, but now, there's definitely stuff in there. So, I don't recommend we go in unless we can, see.
As he's saying that, nature, you feel someone give you a high five on your paw.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. I look behind me,
What?
and my
Oh, wait.
comrades are behind me, aren't they?
Yep.
You guys
was
didn't
not-
high-five me from in front
It
of
was
me,
it
did
was it was on your right paw, the one that's
No, I didn't
the other side of the
high-five.
door.
Definitely not.
I want to get a little closer, but not enter the threshold and be like, "Hello, friend. Do you like to do high fives? How about a game of patty cake?" And I will lay down or sit down on my ass and start clapping my hands. Put right paw first, left paw second, clap them again, and then both paws at the same time, playing patty cake with whoever's beyond this door.
Okay, you try to do that, but like occasionally you see as you're trying to like play patty cake with someone you can't even see, despite the fact that they can see, like they're not. It's a little bit hard to play patty cake with someone you can't see. There's sort of like you impact grazing on the side. You only like once or twice maybe you feel any real like impact of
Like resistance and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more like grazing. It's like barely even hitting each other.
Oh, well, it doesn't seem that we're doing very well at this game. Do you perhaps mind if we continue this game either outside or in your own house? You would
Probably
As
have...
you say
outside.
that, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie.
This is the exact same shit happened last time we tried this.
Martin cannot get people dragged into this house. They just keep rolling natural 20s.
They just keep doing it. It's uncanny. You feel a grab at your wrist, but your reflexes are too fast, and you just like yank back. As you yank, go ahead and roll a strength check. Actually,
Too bare, too furious.
okay. You yank back, and there's a little bit of singeing going on where you were grabbed for like just a slight few embers. Very very minuscule, but they're there. Doesn't
So-
hurt or anything. Your fur is
Okay.
very very thick.
But my fur has been singed?
Slightly.
Okay. Oh, well, that's no good. I cast Fairy Fire into the room.
Congratulations. You still don't see anything.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
What smells like burnt hair?
That would be me. Whatever grabbed me tried to pull me inside. And, yes. So far, that's all
And
I've
burnt you.
Correct. I
Okay,
tried to see if I could find a way
Wonder.
to get rid of this darkness, but it doesn't seem to work, so
Magic and burning. That's usually not great.
no.
So, okay, I have a question. Does demonic energy have like a magical, like, if he did detect magic, would he have detected any demonic stuff, or is that like,
Theoretically, yes. Well, actually, demonic?
Yeah. Demonic,
Energy?
that'd be like evil and good, that'd be detect.
Not really. No. This is more like schools of magic, like conjuration, transmutation, illusion,
Okay.
stuff like that.
so whether or not this is a devil or a demon, we would not know.
Yeah, that is not how this spell works.
I understand. Just making sure. Sorry.
Now, Nietzsche, is it where your hands touched his in patty cake that's burned, or just your wrist where he grabbed you?
Just my wrist where he grabbed me.
So the patty cake was in good fun, but as soon as he tries to pull you in,
Yes.
that's when it's different.
So it seems that he, or it, whatever entity is beyond this dark vision, if they do a certain thing to you, then it will burn. Now I have one more idea, and it might... Well, how about this? Do you guys have any sort of spells to protect me?
Let me check one sec. No, wait, I don't say that in character. Let me actually check one sec. I have guidance. That's more like a buff.
I
I have resistance. Let me check that.
Have we had a short rest? I'm pretty
Yes.
sure we've had a okay, so I have all my spells back.
No.
Well,
What? I'm a warlock. Warlocks
Is
get him
that
after
how
a
that
short
works?
rest. Yeah, warlocks get him after a short rest.
Anyway, continue what you're saying while I look this up.
Nietzsche, I can make you disappear.
Oh, well, that would be honestly
But,
really cool.
I don't know how helpful that would be. I mean, he might still be able to Smell ya? Okay, you smell like burnt hair. No offense.
Or touch you is also possible, considering that this place is pure darkness potentially, and mostly it's been a very touchy-feely affair. So, what I can do is I can offer some resistance and guidance to you, if that is amenable to you.
Yes, I think that would be helpful. So, gentlemen, how about we close this door real quick, and I'm gonna close the door
All right, you close the door.
just in case, and go ahead and do your thing. Let Walker do his first, and then yes, if you can make me invisible for a short while, and then give me 30 seconds, and I will return. Those are both concentrations, so you have to pick one or the other.
Nerds. Then I think I'll give resistance then.
Is invisibility concentration as
Oh,
well?
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it is. Okay.
Cool. Warlocks aren't as absolutely terrible as I previously thought. That's good.
Yeah, no, they have
yeah,
way
they are.
less spell slots, but they get them back after a short rest, so it's actually quite nice.
Okay, so I'm invisible now. I will use one of my wild shapes to turn into a tiny spider.
Oh my god.
Okay. You are now a
Did you do that
invisible tiny
after?
spider.
Yeah, did you do that after I turned you invisible?
Yes. So you wouldn't.
I reach out to touch you, you disappear, and then all of a sudden I just feel nothing. Like I'm waving my hand where he used to be.
It's a little bit concerning,
Nietzsche?
actually. You're just like,
Nietzsche? Did I? Oh,
Walker's rolling
I
with
messed up the spell.
So before I do wild shape, though, I would. Can you open the door real fast, and then I would turn into a spider.
sure.
Just crack it open.
I'm cracking it open. It is cracked.
Okay.
Well,
and
how
then-
small are you? You might just be able to go right under.
Well, just in case, because I didn't remember to look first. So if I can just go underneath the threshold, which typically a door from the outside does not have much of a threshold for a spider. But if I can go under it, I will. Otherwise, I will just go through the crack of this door.
I see. You try to squeeze under, and it's not incredibly enough. There's not really enough space. It's very well made.
Okay.
If you find anything or need help, just I don't know, yell or something.
You do not hear any response from Nietzsche. Anyway, I will go ahead and scurry my way in through the cracked door. More than likely, I won't be able to see anything, but I do have dark vision in my spider form.
Pull up. Hide these, correct?
Say what?
Let me do something real quick.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. All right, so you go in, you go under this door. Well, you don't well through it really. Through the blackness into the area beyond, and it's a very dark. At first you can't see anything. You can't see fucking shit. But you are able to see the glowing form of some flaming imps. Just tell you not to do exactly that.
Flaming what?
Imps.
Imps.
Okay.
They're just like dancing around. One of them looks the one that's to the left looks a very well, I guess more toward where you came in from, looks very confused. You also see like some strange red glowy entities toward the back. And they're just sort of watching them, it seems like. You can't really make out much else of the room. You just see sort of what is illuminated by their fiery visages.
Okay, so am I seeing the outline of fairy fire, or am I seeing like they actually glow themselves?
They actually glow.
Okay. And I just see a few of them hanging out in here.
Yeah, they seem to be like dancing around something in the middle that you can't see.
Interesting. How much of the room, like, am I able to see the ground that I am standing on? Am I able to see the wall next to me?
You can feel the ground you're standing on. You don't see a wall though, and you
Okay.
don't see the ground, but you can feel it.
So as I
Well,
walk
the only
in,
thing you can see is like
these glowing.
the little imps because they're glowing.
Yeah.
And like a vague semblance of ground under them.
Okay. Is the door this way? This way? Which way's the door? Like, which way am
The
I
door is
looking?
this.
Okay, so
The
I'm
door
looking at
is
them
this way.
this way.
Yes,
From
I'm
where?
gonna change my color so that you can actually see me.
Yeah.
Correctly.
Okay. So the door is over here. I'm looking in this way.
Yep.
All right. And am I guess, the 40 feet away from them, or?
Actually, probably like this close to them.
Okay, so I'm like 15 feet. So as I scurry in my little spider self, I see these guys. I would like to try to keep in mind exactly where I'm at as I start to scurry up the side of the wall to try to reach the ceiling. And
Okay.
I'll take it very carefully to make sure that I don't accidentally like bump into the ceiling and lose my footing, even though spiders are really good at climbing. And I want to
Okay.
see if going up,
Go
if
ahead and
I'm
roll an athletics check.
okay.
Athletics? Probably athletics. Alright, so you get like. So you're feeling around for this wall, right?
Hmm.
And eventually you make impact with this wall. And nothing's glowing on the wall, so you feel pretty confident that it's a wall. And you start going up it, and like. You get what you think is like a few feet up it, and then a couple of your spider legs start trying to reach up, and then you lose your balance and you fall over backward, and you fall like you're a spider, so you almost float down because you ever seen a spider fall?
Yeah, they kind of just float with the wind.
You don't really make it up the wall.
Okay. Let's see. I guess in respects to where they are, I will go to the left and try to find the corner of the house.
So how are you gonna do that? You're gonna like feel across the wall or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay next to where the baseboard would be, and I'll actually like crawl alongside the wall. Like instead of crawling on the floor, I'll crawl on the wall, but at the very base of it. That way, once I hit the next wall, I'll know exactly where I am.
All right. So as you're crawling along this wall, um, you're trying to like keep your footing and also keep an eye on these things that are just sort of dancing around this middle thing. Occasionally, you hear a bunch of high-pitched laughter. And
You're
from
not gonna act it out for us? Okay, thank you.
and you notice that rather than just a straight line or any rectangular walls, you notice that the walls start. Well, they're not straight for one. They sort of curve around, and as you're getting, you get like starts doing this sort of thing. but more
Okay,
curvy
gotcha.
than what's going on with the.
Yeah, but it's like a circle.
It's a circle house.
Yes.
Interesting. And I would remember if it looks circular outside, correct?
Yes, you would, and it
And
doesn't.
it doesn't. So this is something completely different. Okay. Am I? All right, I want to guess. I guess I continue moving along to see if I find, like, is this just like a single room? Maybe there's a ladder in the middle or something like that. But I want to see how long I go before I feel a change of direction from the wall.
So you okay? So you're going around this wall, right? And you keep going around it. Occasionally, while you're keeping an eye on the MCC, black figure that obscures one of the imps from view for a few seconds while you're crawling along the wall, and then suddenly, like, you can see them again as you
Okay.
make your way around. Uh, this wall goes on for a while. You're like, some circles, some circles, some more circle. You keep going in some circles. You keep going, keep going, you keep going, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, until you see that all of the imps have been obscured at least once by this black figure
And I take it
that
the
you can't
black
make it out.
figure, is it in the middle then?
Yes.
Okay. So like if I'm standing right here, this guy right here is obscured, but as immediately when I get over here, now I can see him again.
Hmm.
Cool. All right, so they are in there doing a thing. They are glowing, and it's a circular room. I didn't feel any change in direction.
There were no corners.
Cool. I will go ahead and since I'm at the door, I will proceed to go outside of the door. Once I get outside the door, I will go ahead and drop my spider form, and I'm still invisible. But now, hello, friends. So,
Oh, you're back.
yes, I'm still invisible. I believe I'll stay invisible for a little while, which I would like to do. But inside, it would seem there's some little demons that are dancing around some dark figure that I can't really tell. I think it's some sort of structure. But anyway, the demons, they glow, of a fiery glow, kind of, almost like a campfire in a way. And that's where the singeing comes from. It seems that when they touched my hair, that because they are probably made of fire themselves, that they singed my fur. I do not know what their purpose is, but I do know that it's probably not good. I'm not sure if we have the capabilities to handle whatever they're doing. If I know anything about demons, usually if they're dancing around something, it's not a good sign. Wouldn't you agree,
I
Walker?
Oh, most definitely. So this seems like, wait, what? What's the laugh
Nothing.
for?
I'm just remembering the one shot.
Hmm.
It feels
Oh,
like
yeah,
you're in on some joke I don't understand.
It's whatever. Anyway, so again, I know this has been asked already, but what time is it? It's like night.
It's
Like
getting past sunset, yeah.
Okay, so it's like evening or dusk or something. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's should we call the guard? I mean, this seems like a them problem. This is completely outside of what we should reasonably be dealing with. We have other stuff to deal with, but this is a problem. We'll do our civic duty, even though we don't live here because it's too expensive. We could just find the guard, tell them this is a them problem. You, my frequently skin-changing friend, you may want to not
Here,
be in.
I have an idea,
He's like,
Walker.
okay, what is your idea?
Johan, is he's still a dwarf? I don't remember if he was like a
I'm a
dragon guard,
dwarf.
right?
I know. I changed my clothes when we got in the sewers, so I'm in more raggedy looking clothes.
Okay. Uh, Walker, what you should do, find the nearest guard and say that your friend was smacked over the head with a club and dragged into here and you need backup. We'll watch them
Okay.
roll in, and if we hear screams, we will help them. Otherwise, we will let them do their thing.
Okay, I that's one way to deal with it. Sure. I wouldn't. I don't understand why.
Unless you just want to tell them,
their
hey,
room.
there's some dark shit going on in there. But, I mean, what if they don't
Fine,
care?
fine. I get it. I will. Okay, cool, great. I'm going. Jesus. And Warcar walks away. He finds the guard, and he gets into his character. Says, "Oh, dude, fucking shit. My friend, he got bumped over the head, and he got dragged into a room by a pack of dudes. Please help."
I'll roll deception.
God fucking damn it! You know I'm gonna fail this.
Do I see him, like, run into the guards?
Sure.
Help me! I
Roll
scream.
perception with it. Deception with it.
Oh,
What the actual fuck did I say?
Yeah.
What did I tell all of you?
Hey, I don't think
no.
I've seen you around here before. Big dragonborn. I don't think I'm gonna bother with whatever it is you're spouting. I'm sure your friend can help himself.
Oh, please, I'm so defenseless.
He just
Please.
he
help.
hears the screams. He's like, ugh, and he walks away from Warcar.
The gods in this city are shit.
Eat shit, buddy.
Well,
This is fucked up.
He's fucking
This
ignoring
is
the shit out of you.
Well played, Warcar. I've never seen a more convincing act.
Okay, out of character, fuck this. This is awful. I'm pissed. I'm very unhappy about this. I hate getting critical ones.
That was
advantage
impressive.
and you
You
got a
almost,
3.
you almost did 2 critical ones.
critical fails are the
Crit
best.
fails.
Well,
Almost
I guess
2
Matt
of them.
won.
Okay,
In theory,
alright, let's...
during an ability check, it's not an automatic failure. But that's in theory.
Yeah, but
Anyway, so I'm going to plan B. You know, Warcar's going to do a plan B. Do you know what plan B is? Do you guys know what plan B is?
I guess you're about to tell us,
It's
Okay,
whack a
is
guy
there
in
anything
the
about-
head and get him to chase you inside.
Close. I'm channeling the mindset of something across the plane. Do we have anything flammable?
I'm sure we have plenty of things flammable.
Bear hair,
Okay, we will-
apparently.
We will put this near. We will get the flammable things, put them near this fucking door, and light it on fire.
I
And push
grab.
it.
Never mind.
We won't push it in. We will create smoke. We will create smoke. Then we complain about fire, and then when they see the smoke, and then we know I won't have to worry about a goddamn deception check. They will see. We will point the smoke. There'll be a lot of smoke. They'll be like, we'll be like, fire, fire, and it won't be me because obviously no one believes me around this place. How about not the bear? So yes, dwarf currently. How about you be the one that yells fire once we set this thing up?
You don't think you can play off that there's a fire when
It's
there's
absolute-
smoke everywhere?
No, I don't think I can. I have no confidence in my ability to do that. Do this thing for me, please. So I will help set the fire. That is my job. Let's get some stuff
All right.
happening. Yes, fine, great. And then we do this thing.
Let's do it then. What do you want
So,
to
Smooth
do?
transition.
I wouldn't burn the front door, especially if you want them to go inside. If you put the fire right in the door,
Yeah.
they might have a bit of an issue getting it.
Yeah, this is gonna be tricky getting them to actually go inside if we just put the fire outside. Then it's like, wait, there's a fire right here. But it might be
Nietzsche,
more inside.
Yes.
do you remember what? I mean, I know it'd be hard to tell because it was very dark, but was the floor in there flammable?
I don't think it was. Was it made of
you
wood?
have no fucking idea.
Yeah. I don't have any idea, honestly. But
I'd assume
maybe.
it wasn't, considering these things you explained them as literally being fire.
Yes, so
So
I doubt it is. I will take a net out of my bag and I will throw it to where it becomes visible on the ground. You guys can burn that. It'll probably burn really quickly though, so we might need to add some other stuff to it.
We will do that. Yes, we will find more stuff.
are there any like barrels or wooden benches or
Also, we have a prop. I just remembered. And Warcar looks towards the drunk guy down the way.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna burn him. I'm not gonna burn him.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
I'm not gonna burn him, but I will say that. Okay, I'll put him. Okay, Warcar grabs that guy. Is he still like past?
I mean, theoretically, it's been like 10 minutes tops. And he's still invisible. So, like, when that net came out of his bag, that was impressive because there was just nothing, and then there was a net.
Okay, so this is my plan. So basically, I'm gonna drag this motherfucker over, say that he passed out from smoke inhalation. And there's a no, wait. You're gonna say he passed out from smoke inhalation, and he's just passed out on the floor. And like he's a prop that we can use, and we set the fire. We have it like make it seem as though it's coming out of the building, and that we say we need people to go in there and save people, get more people out, and then that's the guard's job because they have to help people because that's literally their job. So and we'll offer to help because we're good people and shit. And shit.
I mean, sure, it makes a lot of sense, but we do need.
I'm not going in there just the three of us. I do not want to get killed again. I am putting as many bodies. I'm doing it as ethically as possible. I want to make sure they go.
What are you, Russia?
Fucking yes. Did you not fucking tell from my fucking accent?
Psychoblat.
I showed you the fucking video. I showed you guys see the video. I'm showing you guys the video.
Which one? I've seen lots of videos.
So when I first made this character, I showed Martin a video that was basically a mood board for Warcar Flukerflam. And I will.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw this video, so. Do we have gathered materials to burn?
No.
I'll say that you guys
Warcar
looked around and you found like a barrel that appears to have been abandoned, and you look inside of it and you smell the rather intense smell of the booze.
Oh, look, this
It's
one's
a
already
white
flammable.
Yes, I remember. Anyway.
I'm about to remember, I guess, too. What the fuck? Slavic.
If only Warcar had money.
I know, right?
This is Warcar with money.
Anyway, so we found a booze barrel.
Yep. It's very strong smelling.
All right, so I guess we'll grab the barrel, because it's. I'll throw my net in there anyway. And then do either of you have a way to light this bad boy?
Sure, yeah. Wait, I think I do. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just use my breath attack if I like. No, I think that's only once a day. Give me a second.
Your breath attack?
Or I could just use Sacred Flame, or is that... No, wait, is that Radiant?
It's radiant damage, I believe. I can look.
Prestidigitation says I can light or snuff out a candle or a small fire.
Well, there you go.
That's right.
Yeah, that's radiant.
Martin, prestidigitation
I know.
says I can.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Well, I know, but would this count? Because this isn't a campfire, candle,
A small
or.
Sure, yeah, we can say that it counts just because I know
Well,
it's like
maybe I have
it's
something
not
in my, like,
specifically a
explorer
small
pack or
flame or
whatever
a
the hell
candle, but like you have a net, so we can say that you're lighting up a small part of the net.
Yeah.
I think the examples they give are more for like size examples for what you could potentially light on fire.
So I got a way to start the fire, but
Did I mute you? I hit the mute button, so if you were talking, I didn't hear anything, you guys.
rude as shit.
I have big fingers on a small screen. Actually, my fingers aren't that big, but I am not.
All right. Well, so what we'll do is open up the door, get the smoke going first, right? We'll breathe on it and stuff like that, and then I will hold the barrel inside of the door. Once the guards come, I will throw the barrel in there to make it look like shit is going down, as you would say.
Also, I have also a backup plan. If somehow a bunch of guards see us starting a fire, we all just go in and they'll probably chase after.
Maybe. We'll find out. Anyway, Johan, after you. And I'll position myself. I will open the door slightly, but not enough to where those imps can sort of see us, like if they were even paying attention. But I'll position myself to where I got my right paw like on the base of the barrel and my left paw on the door to where when I swing open the door, it opens away from me and I can just hurl the barrel to my left inside of the house.
Is this barrel is the net big enough to like wrap around the barrel and kind of just tie it so it kind of like just fully encompasses the barrel?
Man, I don't know what the description for nets are in this game. Let me look.
Well, if it can catch our tabaxi friend.
Yeah, it's fine. I looked. It said large or small. Yup.
All right. So, in my mind, the way I'm envisioning this is we wrap the net around the barrel and kind of tie it.
Yeah, you got this. You got that wrapping business easy.
I'm just going to light the net, and it's kind of just going to spread across the net at first before the wood catches. So that's what I do.
All right, sure. The net's on fire.
Okay, and then
You watch as it spreads around the barrel. Presumably, while you're probably like fretting about what to actually do with the barrel, and you're noticing that the wood itself isn't really catching. It's getting singed, but it's not like there aren't any embers on the barrel itself. It's a very high quality wood.
is the inside starting to burn yet? Like the alcohol that we smell?
You don't see the alcohol boiling or anything like that?
Well, not boiling.
Or burning, whatever.
No. Okay.
Did you guys open the barrel?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
closed?
I mean, I thought that's how we could smell it. That's how I envisioned it. It was just one side was open.
It smells like alcohol.
If there's a lid on it,
There's a lid on it.
I take the lid off before I do it.
Take the lid off.
Because I just assumed that there was
The
no
fire
lid.
spreads around the net and reaches the inside of the barrel of highly alcoholic booze, and it erupts into an inferno of flame.
Fucking finally.
Shout fire.
Yes, right.
You do that, yeah.
Fire! There's a fire! Help! We need fire!
Oh.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage, Johan.
I'm gonna wait and see, like, if people come beating at my apartment.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage. Oh, it tells you which one's the fake one. Okay. because it's advantage. That's cool.
Yeah, you just gotta click on advantage.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
My character sheet doesn't have that option for some reason.
If you open your sheet, underneath where your like name, race, and stuff are on the far right, there's a cog.
Yeah.
If you click that, where was it?
You know where query to whisper and toggle to whisper are?
Yep.
So if you click on the
That,
cog,
right?
yeah, roll queries on the far right at the top on that cog, and you change it to advantage toggle.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I always have it roll with advantage just because then we determine, but that's
It's certainly faster to do that.
Anyway, a couple of guards. Nice usage of that nat 20 there.
Yes.
A couple of
Awesome.
guards hear the scream of this dwarven fellow. One of them side eyes Warcar as he's running by, and
No, okay, I say nothing. Actually, Warcar says nothing, but he feigns like he is as surprised as any.
and
Warcar would mess up so bad that the guards would decide
and-
it's not worth it.
and they completely ignore Warcar. Other than that one guy side eyeing you, it's like 3 guards really. So one might say a few. And they come in and there's a puddle of fire. What did you do with the barrel exactly?
So I was waiting until the guards start moving, and then I shove it into the house.
Like not toss it in, but shove
Yeah.
it in.
Yeah,
So like
shove it into
smoke
where
kind
the
of
smoke
comes out the
continues to
door.
flow from outside.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Right there.
Okay. You're able to perceive about when the guards come by, and right before you hear like the pattering of feet, and right before they come into eye shot, I guess, come into sight, and you shove the barrel in, and you hear the sloshing of booze right before it goes through the darkness, and there's like a little puddle of fire in front of you, and then
Yeah. So now I'll
dark wall where the door's supposed to be.
Okay, he's still invisible.
Yeah, I'm still invisible, so I'll back away and get off the stairs now. Door wide open, and I'll just wait to see what the guards do.
So the guard that was talking to Warcar earlier walks up to the puddle of fire. Is like, "What's this?" He said, "There was a fire."
Aye, there's smoke pouring out of the building. There's fire spreading out.
No,
Can't you
there's
see?
no smoke pouring out of it.
Oh,
So he's standing in front of the door,
Yep.
like in front in.
He's like standing across from where the fire. He's like the little flaming puddle is like between him and the darkness.
Look at the darkness.
I see that door opened and someone started a fire outside. It was much bigger. But there's obviously a delinquent inside that building that needs a good talking to.
Yeah. Actually, I say nothing.
Right. He takes out like a little notepad from his little satchel, and he starts scribbling down something.
As he's doing that, I want to run inside. And as I do that, I want to accidentally shoulder check him as I make
Accidentally.
sure. Yeah. So as I'm running, I'll accidentally shoulder check him, making him go like, "What?" But I want him to hear the sound of my feet as I run into the fire.
So like this door just swings wide open right after he gets shoulder checked. And the sound is coming from it. Okay.
There's no what? Okay, whatever.
He's basically stomping his feet as he runs.
I understand what you're saying. I'm okay. You wanna like accidentally bump into him?
Yeah, I don't want to like throw him off balance or anything. I just want to make sure that my body contacts his body to where he knows that there's something invisible, and then it's running into the direction of inside the house.
Sure.
Did you see it? Did you see it? It ran back in. The guy who started the fire.
You do that, and you hear a little bit of paper rip as his pencil or whatever sort of like jabs into his notepad that he's holding. He's like, son of a. And he looks at you, Johan. He's like, whatever. And he gingerly steps around the fire, and he tells the other two to like sort of stand guard outside the door. It's not really taking you guys seriously or anything, but he's gonna humor you just a little bit. And he steps begrudgingly into the darkness. Nice and scrolling.
I begrudgingly follow like a boss.
This isn't working. Oh, that's why it's not working. Okay. You're following him? Is that what you're doing?
I'm not.
Warcar? Nature's already in there.
Correct.
And Nature's still invisible.
So yeah, a hard never mind.
Aren't you gonna help your friend in there?
He can take care of himself. You
don't think that him just disappearing as soon as he goes through the doorway is a sign of distress?
Now look, we're all black dragon nuts for a reason.
That's gotta be some kind of racist joke.
We got some big training and nice weapons, so. And Warcar's also in there, right? Is that correct?
I guess. No, wait, no.
Alright, Warcar's no longer in there.
Nietzsche's invisible, right? Nietzsche's invisible?
Yes, you do know this.
Okay, then for now.
Have you? Are we good? We good?
I finished talking. That's fine.
All right.
How long did I hear that?
How long did you hear what?
I was gonna say, how long did I hear that guy's voice for? Because I wanted to try to mimic it. But it says I need to hear their speaking for about a minute. I don't think it was quite
about
that
20
long.
seconds.
Yeah. So I can't really mimic him well yet.
Anyway, Brady, you're in there, and you see like the barrel of booze, and the creatures are sort of gathered around it. They're like, "What the fuck is this?" And you see some of them are like trying to scoop the fiery liquid into their mouth. We'll say that the sort of like spread out this way. The barrel's roughly right here, ish.
Okay. Now, can I see the fire itself, or is it?
Oh yeah, you can see the fire. You can see it.
Okay.
The rest of the room's sort of illuminated. Let's pretend those circular things aren't there.
Okay.
You can see the other two fairly well. They're still glowing anyway. But other than that, you still can't really tell where or what the walls are. You gather that they're not really reflective in any sort of real way.
Okay.
Think like if the walls were painted with, say, a Vanta black or something.
Noted.
Which, can you imagine? That would suck.
Yes.
I would always run into the walls.
Fucking wall.
And you see them, it's like they're drinking. Like one of them manages to get like a good scoop full of this puddle of booze, and that's still on fire, mind you. And like scoops right into his mouth, and then you see him start swaying. It's like, oh my god, this is a bad idea. And then he just falls over, drunk. The other three look at him and is like, oh, we're not gonna have any of that. The thing in the middle that they were dancing around before, you see this statue of this red dragon lane.
A red dragon?
Interesting.
A very small red dragon that they were
Wait,
dancing.
you said conjuration magic, right?
Yes, a very long time ago, and I thought no one was going. I thought you were all just going to ignore that at this point.
Oh, I know what's going on, but I know my character wouldn't know what's going on.
Do you know what's going on?
For the it's not darkness.
Oh my god.
And the
Okay,
walls
now I know
don't
what's
match.
going on.
I understand what's going on. The walls, it's a different room.
And I thought it was simple. Anyway,
Yeah, but I don't think my
nature,
character
you're
would.
just standing there watching this. These creatures are just sort of like inspecting the other one that has just passed out. They're walking through the fire. They're completely ignoring it. And they don't give two shits about the fire. This is the one that's drunk, but the one that's drunk. We'll mark him with.
Okay. Where is our guard friend that has just walked into this room?
Yeah, he's just sort of standing there. I was trying to find an actual token, but I couldn't. There it is. We're gonna reuse one of these old ones because I still haven't made a black dragon.
Okay.
Not you. Where's the actual token image? But I can't find it. Oh, I had this. Here's. Anyway, like he's at the entrance. You not able to see him as well as the just because he's not glowing. But occasionally you can make out from the flames like the contours of his armor. Barely. You know, he's a black dragon knight, and this is a room of comparative darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
How long has it been?
Just gonna, and he starts stepping back out of the room while these things are distracted.
Okay.
It's been about a minute. Maybe.
I mean, from the outside, I'm just gonna yell, did you get him?
Nature, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Anyway,
But I see this
moving on
gentleman
with
as
our-
he walks outside.
Yeah, he walks back outside, and like what you could have seen of his form disappears behind a dark wall as he walks directly backwards.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do while you're invisible?
Well, invisibility should last quite a while. I kind of want to just
Right?
observe all these gentlemen, all these little imps.
Okay.
And mainly, how's the dragon reacting?
It's not. It's a statue.
Oh, it's a statue. Okay. So they're like worshipping a red dragon statue. And the two in the
Yes.
back don't give a shit?
No, don't. Well, they're just sort of watching.
Okay. In that case, at this point, since they're kind of just observing and chilling in this fire, because they don't burn, obviously, I will go ahead and walk back outside to see what the rest of the group is doing.
As you do that, the other ones that aren't drunk off their ass all of a sudden like start smacking the other one away. He's like, and they get back to doing the thing that they were doing. And you are now back outside with the others.
Okay.
Of course, you're still invisible.
Yes.
As soon as the guard comes out, I ask, did you apprehend that delinquent?
Well, I didn't really see any thing I wanted to tangle with. Well, it's kind of weird. I never knew that these buildings could get so dark.
God fucking damn.
Wildcard, you okay?
Bless you.
No, that was out of character. But I thought my plan was so good. It was dark, huh? With all that goddamn fire, you jack shit.
So, what exactly did you see in that?
Yeah, I saw these sort of. Well, I saw the fire, and still not sure. He looks behind him. Still not sure how I can not see it through here. He sticks his hand through a few times, and really quickly, it's like waving through, kind of disappears through. It's kind of funny. Well, anyway, boys, let's chop chop. Got some good old patrolling to do. Yes.
You're not going to report this? This seems like kind of a big deal. Like a dark.
It's good to know I can start fires in this town without any repercussions.
Yeah, we're gonna report it, and don't worry about it.
Okay.
Leave us alone. I'm trying to party. Well, trying to make sure everyone else is trying to party.
You fucking what, mate? I'm sorry, man.
These guards
Like,
actually
you
care
fucking
about
accent
parties.
came out. Fine, great, I get it. So
We'll make a report, of course, but he asked another of the guards for their notepad because his is all ripped and shit, and he starts scribbling down some more notes as he walks away. The other two.
God damn it.
Well,
I really wanted backup with this. I wanted to be like, oh shit, there's a thing here. Let's do it.
it would seem that Truth was correct. Black Dragon Knights are really useless.
Nature, you're back.
Yes.
Nature's always with us in our hearts.
I wanted to see
Well,
what he
that's
was
a
going to
good-
do after he left. But I guess I have my answer. And I honestly don't even know what we could do about it, because, I mean, I could see,
You know what?
but I don't know if you guys could see if we go in there.
You know what? Screw it. Let's come back. Let's put a pin in this. Let's do some other shit.
Okay. I'm going to cast Druidcraft in order to make invisibility go away. And I just
Okay.
want to know what the weather's going to be like for the next 24 hours.
Alright, you cast Druidcraft, and you, through your nature magic, you now know that it will be a nice light sprinkle tomorrow.
Ooh, look, guys, it's going to rain a little bit tomorrow. That's good for nature.
Cool.
Was that good for nature or good for nature?
Both. I can finally
Okay.
bathe. Also kidding,
Okay.
I bathe on the regular when I have a water source.
That's funny. I sure don't.
Anyway, what was I was going to say something? Oh, thanks. I think it'd be best if we mark this door with some sort of thing that says "Don't enter." There's fucking demons on the other side. Also, it's super dark, so like, don't go in. So Warcraft tries to find something to write, or tries to cajole one of his team members to write something. So, do you guys have anything that you can?
I will close the door, and using my bear claws, do not enter.
Okay.
Cool. That should do it. All right.
You inscribe the words "Do not enter" in what language?
In
Common, I'm assuming. Okay. There's like some really sort of like messy writing scratched into this really nice mahogany. It's very noticeable in daylight.
On the bottom of it, I want to sign my name, Nature, but in Druidic.
Okay.
That way, only other Druids would know that I was here.
What the hell does that last part say?
Oh, it says Nietzsche.
It's badass.
That way, a Druid will be able to decipher that it was me. and then maybe we can find help that way. Because if someone can read that, I will know that they are an ally.
So there's no such thing as an evil druid?
Well, I'm sure they are, but more than likely they follow the laws of nature and don't really want to pervert it in any way.
You have your own set of laws?
Well, yes, doesn't everybody?
The nature laws?
Well, I don't think they're called nature laws, but that would be really neat.
They are called ordinances.
Yes, I guess that works too.
I mean, Warkar definitely has his own set of laws.
No, they're not mine.
They're
They are
Susanoo's.
Susanoo.
Fair enough. So, now that the door's marked, and I guess we're leaving, should we rest for the night, or did you want to check out those green
Yes,
people?
let's take a long rest. Let's take a long rest first, could we, please? I this is. I have like.
All right,
whatever.
I'll say that you make it to the previous yellow house that was completely empty until you guys found it and decided to make it your temporary home for Crystalhollow. Make it back there in about, I don't know, however long it takes to get back there. And make yourself as comfortable as possible. If that's what you want to do, you want to go there? Specifically, or...
I think we should go to the sewer place and find refuge there.
I'm in agreement there.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's
Oh.
such a huge difference in the accent. I know.
Oh. You make your way back to the sewer. And you go down. And find a bunch of people that are like, oh man, it's fucking tired right now. And so you go in. Fucking, where is it? Okay. Scroll over here. Go in. You go around, you look for some people, and you're like, hey, can we fucking have a place to stay? And they show you to one of the empty rooms on the side. We'll say they lead you over. Perfect. Yeah. And has like a couple of rags that you might be able to make something up vaguely representing a pillow or two. It's like down the hall past where Truth was earlier.
Okay, but that's our room that we can stay in?
That's your collective room, yes.
Very good. I don't know about you fellas, but I feel comfortable enough to not have to ask anybody specific questions, but I would like to explore as much of this underground layer as we can. Maybe we can find some other entrances and exits, and we can get familiar with how to get through this city quickly and unseen. Just in case, because after what I saw today, I don't think I trust any of the gods besides Truth.
That sounds like a great.
I second that emotion. I agree.
Do we see Truth around?
No, you don't. You don't really see anyone around. Everyone's like sort of shuffling away back to wherever they sleep.
Okay.
Wow, a bunch of old people down here. It's like 7:30.
It's like the opposite party.
Really, just old people. There's like a good mix of people, but they're all poor.
I guess they don't have shit to do.
Not really, no.
Well,
bunch of jobless bums.
Shall we go left down this hallway? And I point that way. Oh, I hate that you have to be the DM to press Q.
You can't press Q?
Well, I press Q and it doesn't go to it automatically. Or maybe that's just this game. Oh, yep, it's just this game. There we go.
Alright, I'll say it's like about, I don't know, 6-ish right now? 7-ish? 7-ish, yeah. You go left down that hallway and you find some more hallway. Keep going left because there ain't traps because this is a city type deal. Because why would there be traps in a place people live? I don't. You find some more hallway. It does a little bit of this fucking winding thing. As you get back down to this sort of more main hallway, you see more hallway back to more familiar hallway. You see more hallway to your left. Still lit up with those really weird magical torch-like things. See some more hallway down here. See some hallway going up here. You looked over there. Some hallway going down here. As you were walking through here, you got like came up. Oh fuck! I pressed the wrong button. Came up here. Turn. You saw some people in like some semblances of beds as you rounded the bottom there. You went up through here. Few more people just sort of staying the night in like that spot, those spots. You're like right here-ish.
Okay.
So people sleeping.
Hey, good night. Good night. Y'all sleep well.
Me
Yes.
too.
There's some pretty hefty snoring.
He's patting each of their heads as he walks by.
Yes, sleep well.
All right, do that.
I'm in like full ass chainmail while I'm walking through here, right?
It's just loud.
Clank, clank, clank.
They're still snoring.
Yeah, I'm sure they sleep
That's fine.
through, especially because it's like they're just in the hallway. Can we explore the southern portion?
Give me an arrow, please.
Everything.
I'm just gonna reveal the entire map. That'll take. You guys do not have enough time during the night to explore this place,
You don't think so?
unless you want to go without sleep.
I mean, I guess if it's actually that large, then
It is actually that large.
did it take us more than a minute to explore this part?
Takes you about like, I'll say like a good 20 minutes to get over to this area.
Interesting. 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You gotta step over sleeping people.
Interesting.
there are people sleeping on the ground. There's it's not to scale really.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense then.
I'd like to explore this
I want-
side.
Okay, few minutes.
Hey, crate.
You see this big fucking area, and there's like a bunch of stalls, like food, market stalls around. There's some people, a good mass of people, just huddled together, sleeping or trying to sleep. This fucker, Morcar, is like fucking clang, clang, and it echoes throughout this room.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to apologize. I mean, Warcar is.
Takes you another 10 minutes ish, I guess. I don't know, some amount of time.
Is this like a solid wall back behind this, or does it keep going?
No, it keeps going. There's more hallway behind these structures.
Ah, I see.
Speaking of these structures, roll history check. All of you. I guess it's not really a history check. Roll a perception. Just a perception. We'll say that it was perception.
It should be, if it's a perception check,
Yeah, you got like a +7, so that would bring you up to a
13.
13. All right, yeah. You guys, as you guys are walking through, you're trying to step over these people. You see the usual magical torches, and you also see like these great hulking statues that a couple of hulking statues that are supporting the top of the wall. I would say that they're about, from what you can tell, they're like the bottom. What you can see is like the bottom portion of some fucking huge ass dragons. That are like, as far as you can tell, they're probably supporting columns for like the ceiling or whatever.
It's very strange.
And you'll also notice, mind you, that they appear to be made out of not the same sort of raggedy stone as the rest of the place, but more of a rainbow-colored crystal. I've never really seen anything like it before.
Is it sort of the same type of crystal as the rest of Crystalhollow?
You draw some comparisons between these statues or columns or whatever and the rest of Crystalhollow, yeah.
Okay, but it's a rainbow colored instead of just a color.
It's rainbow. The colors seem to shift as you move.
That's pretty.
Johan.
Aye.
How do people here in Crystalhollow, I mean, I guess they call the godsmen dragon knights, but do they believe the dragons are still around?
Would I know this?
As far as you can tell, the title of Dragon Knight is only really a reference to like the relative authority they hold over the other people of the town, as far as, I don't know, enforcing laws and such goes. As far as you can tell from your listening in on other people's conversations, there have been very, very, if any at all, conversations talking about actual dragons. There's always mention of dragon knights and whatever they're doing, complaints, praises, stuff like that, but you never hear anyone talking specifically about dragons coming back. Or
The term of dragon knight and the concept of the colors in this town, it's more symbolic. Everyone understands and everyone knows what the dragons are, so it makes them seem powerful. It makes them seem important, even though, they're not.
Okay, I was just asking because, I mean, obviously these statues down here are shaped as a dragon.
They're very realistic.
And the thing is, that place where those imps were, wherever that's located, there was a dragon statue inside that they were worshipping.
Really? I didn't see that.
Well, I wouldn't think you would.
Warkar pays more attention to those words. And while he's listening to Nietzsche speak, walks up to one of the what is it? Edifices, pillars of the things that look like dragons, the stone things that look like.
All right. You take a few minutes to approach this fucking huge ass statue, pillar, column, and you are dwarfed. There is zero way you could possibly size up to something that's this large.
And you say they're very real.
Close look at it, and you can actually pick out, not like physically take, but you can definitely see individual scales. And you look around and you can almost like see under each scale as wherever it bristles.
Warkar has a bad feeling about this. Warkar has a bad feeling about this.
A bad feeling about what? The statues?
Possibly. This is it is either very good craftsmanship or something I don't want to think about. Actually,
Hold on. Do you think, as I look over them, do you think these are actual dragons?
no-ish.
Ish. So they.
I'm gonna, It's a soft no, a hard maybe.
Do you think that magic turned them into this?
Potentially.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe this is just a monument to one dragon's vanity. That he had it made through magical means or physical means to appease himself. I cannot be sure.
Now, I agree with you, Wildcard. Because, dragons, they're like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm so badass. But
Yes.
why have it built in the sewer in that case? That doesn't seem like the best place to show yourself off.
What if this sewer was actually the old Crystalhollow before they covered it up somehow, and then crystal began to form up top?
That's a good question to ask our friend, Mr. Fuzzy. Kizora, that's one.
I don't.
Warcar is massively uncomfortable.
I don't think we're gonna find Kizora here at this hour.
Fine.
A question for tomorrow.
Yes. Until
Meanwhile,
then,
I'm exhausted.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and call it tonight as well. You guys do whatever it is you want to do, but I will see you all in the morning. And I smiled gently, and began to head back to our quarters.
Warcar follows him.
Quarters?
Yeah.
To where you've been designated to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. I follow.
Okay,
And then
so
before we go to sleep, I cast my good berry.
okay, do that. Sure. As you get back there, you notice that a couple of other people have also taken up a little bit of space, and what rags there were already were left there, taken by them for pillows.
Oh, that is fine. If either of you need a pillow, Nietzsche is nice and soft.
I might take you up on that.
I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, the fan art, if we had fans.
No, please.
I hope we get fans someday, because this is some gold shit we're doing here.
Maybe. I had one viewer, it was one of my buddies. He just saw that I was streaming, came in to say hello. Other than that, zero.
I enjoy what you guys do with the information I get.
As long as you don't roll over and flatten me in your sleep, we'll be fine.
I usually stay pretty still when I sleep, but who knows? Anyway, good night, gentlemen. Your nature will proceed to pass out.
Alright. As you guys get comfortable and succumb to the passage of night, I guess, the passage of time, and fall the fuck asleep. Having had a rather eventful day, talked a lot with various people, explored some weird shit going on up top, found some more weird shit in what was introduced to you as these sewers, but you're starting to have some ideas of your own about what might be happening or have happened. We'll say that. Remember that it's kind of like Timon and Pumbaa from Lion King, with Johan and nature.
Okay.
Okay.
Roughly that. Probably Warcar like leaning against a wall or something, not really wanting anything to do with any of that. Fall into a nice restful sleep. Warcar.
Yeah.
As you're sleeping, roll a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Susanoo is not happy.
All right. As you're sleeping, you see darkness, as you know one might see while one's sleeping. It starts off very quiet, and you find yourself standing atop the waves of the ocean as you look out toward the largest party that you have ever seen before in your life. Standing beside you is none other than your god Susanoo.
Hey,
Claps you on the back. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he's got this Hawaiian shirt on.
dude. Hey, dude, what it do, man? How's it going? Yo, I'm sorry. I kind of was a lightweight with that drink earlier, man. I thought I knew my limit. I will do better next.
Oh man, it's fine. It's fine. You're kind of new to this world. You haven't been to Crystalhollow yet. Speaking of which, how are you liking it?
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, honestly, the booze was amazing, but it's like
The booze. Glad to see they still got the recipe.
Oh, dude, that was you. Was it him? Hello?
I may have had a little bit to do with that, but
Hey, this guy. Okay, I knew
that's
that
not
was a
really
god.
much why I summoned you here.
Wait. Okay.
This is part of my domain. You see, as you can see, waves, indescribably large party, both under and above the waves. How do you like it?
Man, I don't know, man. It's like
The correct
okay, so
answer was it is fucking awesome, obviously. Anyway, what else do you think about Crystalhollow? Ignoring the booze, ignoring the people. You see the face of your guy is like sort of sobered up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I kind of I kind of my connection reset again. So after I was like just said thing a little bit, I didn't hear what you said. I'm guessing it was like Susanoo not being super miffed about the fact that I was questioning his grand work.
Yeah, he's changed the subject a little. He's like, oh, it's fine, whatever. But then he went to like, so what do you think about Crystalhollow? Ignoring the people, ignoring any of that stuff, any of the partying that's going on. Just
Other than the people are okay, but like there's something that's like up. I don't know this. I met someone. He said that like the people who run the place might not be on the up and up, and I said that I would help him do something about it so we could help this place. So a bit more rough, honestly.
Sounds, I guess, okay.
Yes. Well, if it is your chosen place for me to be, then I will do my utmost to do good work here and to bring jovial parties to all the people.
Yes, the parties. they seem to have, well, at least the black sect has it under control with the party. So, well, looks like you got something you want to do. And he gives you another clap on the back.
Okay,
Glad to see you're having fun, Orcar.
I am having fun actually. All this is actually pretty fun.
He hands you
Okay.
a mug. Here,
I drink it.
you'll need this. Oh, it's not. It doesn't have anything in it. He just hands you a mug.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty cool. I will cherish it always.
It's encrusted with like some turquoise specifically.
Oh,
In like a silver. The mug itself is silver. It's encrusted with turquoise gems. That have been shaped to be seashells, like not like conch or spirals, but you know those ones that aren't particularly fancy. They're just shells, like clam shells almost. Yeah. The mug is quite something, really.
Whoa, is it baller ass mug, man?
Ah, yes. Hope you like it.
I do like it.
And he turns you around, and you see, before you the entirety of Crystalhollow, just floating there. Well, not floating, but like you see it below you. There's no ocean while you're looking there. There's nothing obstructing you. It's like you're staying in the sky, even though behind you still rages the party in the ocean. Trying to make sense of it, but Susanoo just sort of like, don't worry about it. You're just leaving, and it kicks you off, and you fall for a brief moment, and you startle awake in the middle of the night. Your friends are still sleeping. With the dim light of the magical torches on the walls, you see that Johan has decided to, or something small has decided to, use nature as sort of a blanket, and has like pulled some of them over himself. Very comfortable. And the last thing you remember before you head back to sleep is a cold feeling in one of your hands. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Hey! That's good. I like that.
Nice.
Let the party live on.
Your god seems to be pleased with you, Wargar.
Hell yeah! This is great. I love
got
this.
endless alcohol.
Hey man, it's not about the alcohol, it's about the symbol. I've been doing God's work.
And you are rewarded with a pimp cup.
Exactly.
Go ahead and put a turquoise encrusted silver mug from Susanoo.
Please tell me like
back.
there's a giant turquoise W on it.
See you next session.
Alright, I'll end my stream real quick. Be right back. Alright, appreciate everyone coming out. Hopefully you had a good time, and until next time. Peace!